If you want to get through the canyon, you have to pass Crossing. This video is an introduction and overview of the map. We'll talk about the map's overall appearance and feel, we'll talk about the various divisions, and we'll talk about how each of Sandstorm's modes plays on Crossing. So let's go! Crossing is one of the 6 maps included with the game's initial release in December 2018, and it's still a favorite. You'll play through the countryside in the town that's nestled between the walls of the canyon. The town is a small town in a semi-arid, dusty environment. On the edge of town, old homes are built right into the rock of the canyon walls. The heart of town features some modern amenities, such as a school, a hotel, and a gas station complete with ATM and Wi-Fi. All of this is built among ancient ruins and ruins that aren't so ancient. In the countryside outside of town, you'll find caves, windswept ridges, country villas, and even some marsh along the river that runs through the map. It's early morning, and the sun is still low in the east, having just risen behind the distant peaks, and you can see that smoke billowing from some distant battle. But not all battle is distant. The countryside and this idyllic country town are littered with the scars of war. Burning hulks, blown holes, and bunkered hilltops cover the map. The map begins in the northwest corner at this bridge, the crossing of a road over a river. The road soon enters the town. It hugs the edge of town that runs along the canyon's southern wall, curves to the south, then back to the east as it leaves town and meets the river again on the other side. It continues along the river and ends at the site of an avalanche. The river continues straight down the map's southern edge, and just over the rocks to the north is a security forward operating base. Just outside the base's western gate lies a small village, and the village is separated from the town that we started in by that river. And in between is a little bit of everything, so whether you like your fighting ridge to ridge, roof to roof, or room to room, Crossing's gonna make you happy.
Ah, Christ!
Alright, how about a little map overview? For starters, north is at the top of our view, right up here. That crossing of the road over the river is just off of the northwest corner of this view, right up here. To the southeast of the crossing, the map kind of doglegs at the town right here. Just east of town are the ridges that flank the river, and just to the east of the ridges is that village. And the village is just outside the west gate of the FOB, or that security base. Crossing's various modes represent security's effort to exert control westward through the village, over the ridges and in the town, and ultimately over that strategically critical crossing of the road over the river. At least that's the way I imagine it. Now let's take a quick look at how the various modes work on the map. We'll start with co-op, or the checkpoint modes. When you play checkpoint as security, you'll spawn right here, just to the south of the FOB, or forward operating base. Your first stop is that manor house that dominates the village, and from there you're going to need to destroy an insurgent cache that's located in the middle of the ridge road behind the bunker. Then cross the river and secure that large house just on the edge of town. Once you control it, head down to the hotel on the town's southern edge, and from there you'll work your way north. Just behind the school is another insurgent weapons cache. Blow it up, and then head to this safe house on the northeast edge of town. Your final objective is this large manor house on the town's northwest edge. Control it, and you control the bridge. Congratulations! Easy! Now let's go the other way and take a look at checkpoint Insurgents. In this mode, the Insurgents are reasserting control over the town that security holds. Insurgents begin the match right back here. Their first objective is a weapons cache located next to the ruins here. Destroy it, then head south to this building just north of the school. After you cap it, keep going south to this large 2-story building across the street from the hotel. Once it's secure, head northeast to that 2-story building that dominates the river. Take it, then follow the river to a rundown shack where you'll find an enemy weapons cache. Blow it up, then follow the river to this house. Capture it, and then go almost due north to this large 2-story house. That's your final objective. Once you control it, you control the whole map, and you've set up the insurgents to launch an attack on that fob. But that attack will have to wait for another day. For now, just enjoy your victory. Now for the versus modes, or player versus player. First up, push security. In this mode, security forces are tasked with pushing their way across the map, capturing 3 objectives before destroying the insurgent weapon cache. As you might guess, security's initial spawn is right here in their fob. The insurgents threaten the fob from this cave on the other side of the village. It's your job to clear that out first. Once you have it, push down to the southwest to that 2-story building across the street from the hotel. Cap it, then head north to this building. That's your final capture objective. Once you've taken it, your last task is to destroy the enemy weapons cache up here in this building. Blow it up, and you win!
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Get it. Yeah!
And now, push insurgents. You'll spawn right up here in the northwest near the crossing and near your weapons cache if you're playing the other direction. Your first objective is right here. It's that same 2-story manor house on the edge of town that served as objective C when security pushed. After you cap it, head over here to this 2-story building along the river. If you remember checkpoint insurgents, this is the same building as objective D in that mode. After it's yours, head down the river to that same river house that served as objective F in checkpoint insurgents. That was your last capture objective, so now it's time to assault the security fob and destroy their weapons cache in this building. Once you've done it, you've eliminated the security presence in the area and freed your town from the infidel. Frontline is the last of the 5 modes that use more or less the whole map. The back and forth begins right here in that manor house that lies between the town and the river. The initial spawn for the insurgents is over here on the town's western edge. Security's initial spawn is behind the cave here. After that neutral objective is captured, pairs of objectives are going to be in play, so let's just start assuming that insurgents get that initial decap. The next objective is C, the large cave under the ridges right here, and the spawn waves shift accordingly. If the insurgents continue their drive, the next pair is C and B right here, that village manor house, and the spawn points have moved up with the front line. If the insurgents capture B, they're in position to destroy the security cache right here, while security continues to fight to retake B. If the insurgents destroy the cache, they win. Now, let's reset things and take a look at the objective pairs as security pushes forward. Once they take D, their next objective becomes the school, E, here. From the school, it's on to that manor house on the town's western edge. Once security owns that, their next objective is here, the enemy weapons cache. If security blows it up, they win the game. Of course, you don't have to blow up the enemy's cache to win, you just have to control the majority of objectives when time runs out.
GG. Good player. GG.
On to Firefight. More specifically, on to Firefight West, which is actually a funny name considering there is no Firefight East. In fact, there is no other firefight mode on this map. Not yet anyway. We'll see what the future brings. Firefight West does, however, take place on the western side of the map in that town. Because it's only a limited portion of the map, let's zoom in. Security spawns in the east, just next to the river. Insurgents spawn here, among those old houses nestled at the canyon wall. The neutral objective, B, is here. It's that road and bus stop and those market stalls in between the apartments and that hotel at the south end of the map. Security begins the match in control of A, which is right here near this four-way intersection. Objective C, here, begins the match in insurgent hands. It's that garage and market stall at the northern end of the firefight area. The Domination and Team Deathmatch arcade modes are also played in this same area of the map. Domination shares the same objectives as Firefight, but of course, the spawns are random as they are in TDM. So there you go, there's Firefight.
Or is that true?
That was an easy win for me, I did it.
You did do it. Now, on to Skirmish. Skirmish is played in the same area as Firefight, but the objective locations and the spawn locations are a little different. Security spawns down here in the hotel, and their cache is over here in the convenience storeroom of the gas station. The insurgent team spawns up here behind that villa in the north, and their cache is right over here under a pile of Connex boxes. The objectives run generally east to west across the middle of the map. B is that river manor here. It belongs to security at the beginning of the match. C is right here on the road in front of the school, and it begins as a neutral objective. D is over here in one of those cliffside houses, and it starts the match in insurgent hands. Well, that's it for Skirmish, and that's it for this video introduction to Crossing. I hope you've had as much fun watching this video as I had making it, and it's my hope that you veteran players will walk away with maybe a little more insight into this great map. And I hope all you new players have gotten a really good, solid introduction to Crossing and its modes. And whether you're veteran or new, I hope you continue to have a great time playing this great map. So for now, go play some Sandstorm. GG's, and as always, thanks for watching.
Enemy just ahead!